Interesting moment. We can only hope that we replicate that success on Saturday against the Brazilian side. If you're just joining us, you're welcome to Plus Sport. I'll be giving you highlights, analyzing the Under-20 World Cup. That could be where we have Italy, Nigeria, Dominican Republic, and Brazil. So away from football, we'll go to table tennis. And our focus is on the 2023 World Table Tennis Championship going on in South Africa. And, when it comes to table tennis in Africa, two countries, Nigeria and Egypt. Before we set our focus on this championship ongoing right now, what has been glamorous about table tennis in Nigeria so far so good?
Yeah, the supports have been high. Unlike in the past, we are seeing individuals coming, supporting, and we're also seeing some private sectors also coming, supporting. And this time around, we have kings, of this game at the world stage from our end. Arona have been doing a lot with so many of them, also supporting, even as they are winning, they have been supporting the grassroots, So it's not like other sports, and it's not like the kind of sports the way we used to see it in the past. So table tennis has become a wonderful one, a wonderful sport so far. So on this part of the world. And as you said earlier, Egypt have been there. And then whenever you call Egypt, then the next is Nigeria. And we are doing so well here in Africa with the game, and hopefully we'll maintain this stage.
Okay, away from that, and a lot of people want to say, when we talk about table tennis in the country, people talk so much about football, and I want our viewers to be part of this, which. Some are saying, arguable, that the next thing after the table tennis in this country, after football, which is the number one, no argument about that. The next is table tennis. Some saying it's basketball. You've been to table tennis events, you've been indoor sport or you've gone to many places, you know table tennis players. Surprisingly, you've devoted time in table tennis. Which sport is next? With your own experience after football in this country. Some saying table tennis, some saying basketball. What's your own opinion?
Yeah, we may not try to bring heads of sports or to put them in a challenge pot, whereby we argue about the best sports or not the best sports. We already know football is the national sports of Nigeria.
We made it so.
Yeah, we made it so.
It's not as if there's anything so spectacular that cannot be done in other sports.
Yeah.
But made it so.
But for table tennis, you see, it's more of a realization sports. And that is why a lot of people love the game in this country. It's a game that you can use to relax with friends. It's a game that you have to cool down to watch. And a lot of people like the game, but when it comes to the competitive aspect of the game, some of them doesn't really understand how it works. And that is, I think that is the only problem some people are having in the game. But I can tell you a lot of people love the game.
Are you really shying away from my question?
No, I'm not shying away.
You've got a lot of experience.
Yes, I agree with you.
So what's next after football?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be diplomatic about it's fine. But I know that the crowd, we've both been there, Molade Okoya Indoor Sport Hall of the Telsin Balogun Stadium. Yeah. It has hosted many international tournaments. And this coming week, there've been accreditation for a World Championship hosted in Lagos, still at the same venue. So you've seen basketball. So to
now, if we look at the laurels, that have won in some of these sports, I will tell you, no doubt about it. We talk about table tennis. There have been a lot of laurel won.
So after football is table tennis,
world champions for this game. So
after football is table tennis for you. Or you still have a reason to mention basketball. Or if you have any other sport.
No, we can't just talk about basketball. Athletics. We know a lot of people like basketball in Nigeria. as a result of MBA and all that. And of course, some of them, after playing here, they move out there, especially in US, playing. And we have also seen our team, the basketball, the Tigers, doing a lot of wonderful work. But what we are saying, when it comes to realization game, like, when I mean realization game, though it's an indoor game, but there are games that you can use to relax with friends and all that. Table tennis is number one.
And they love number one when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Squash, there's badminton, you can relax.
No, you can't talk about badminton in this country. Okay. Yeah, I play badminton a lot. My wife also likes badminton. So we love badminton a lot and we play the game. But when it comes to this country, I don't think we are still there. So it's Asian game per se, and they are very good at it. But talking about table tennis, no, table tennis should be not one of the major sports in Nigeria. Yeah, after football, yes.
And the sport have produced the likes of Segun Toyola, Atanda Musa.
I mentioned the personalities are much. As we're having the personalities, so we have the laurels. They have won a lot of things, individually and also for the country.
We've been saying Iwuanyanwu Quadri. He was knocked out 4-3 in Durban just yesterday. And it's unfortunate that he's African number one for so long time.
Yeah.
But some people say we want to look beyond Iwuanyanwu Quadri because it's just like pushing a sole person on top there, and there's not really anybody after him. We have the likes of Mati Taiwo, Olajido Motayo, you understand, doing so well for themselves because Mati was also in this tournament. But what can you say about how do you show a lot of them out instead of a loner? Let me use that word because whether you like it or not, Iwuanyanwu Quadri last year, Iwuanyanwu Quadri 2 years ago, Iwuanyanwu Quadri 3 years ago. But other like the Chinese, they have junk of them out there. Malong, many of their names are there. But it's only Iwuanyanwu Quadri you keep mentioning from African perspective. And for Egypt, our rival in table tennis, they've had a lot of them. We can mention Omar Osa, Khalid Asa, Dina Mesheraf. You can mention all these players, the twin sisters, all of them are there. Why is it that we don't have a lot? What do you think we need to do to put the likes of more of Iwuanyanwu Quadris? Like 7 names, 6 names should be simultaneously mentioned on the world stage.
First, we need to be grateful to have somebody like Arona, who have been there dominating the sports on our behalf or for us, and as well for himself. He has been a king there. Only thing I can tell you is that there is slow in catch-up with him. There is slow in catch-up. It's not that we don't have a lot of them who have been doing well in the same sports, but catching up with him have been so slow. But we still have so many of them, and there is something Arona and the rest of them who have been, in this stage have been doing. They have been supporting the younger ones. I know he has an academy and also, trying as much as they can, doing a lot of clinics, also supporting them, individually and collectively. So I know they have been doing that, and as well, we have seen the Association for Table Tennis also putting all their effort. When you go to the stadium, we have a lot of empires. Some of them are getting old. Yes, and some people are, so we still have people who really want to, represent these people. So hopefully we are going to have them educated and put them at the right place so that this game will be the way he's supposed to be.
Yes, and just to let you know that the Ghanaian side, most often time, we don't see them at when it comes to table tennis. They're doing so well. Over the years, we've seen them developing themselves. But there are 2 nations we need to talk about, Algeria and the Senegalese also. They're doing so well to make sure that they push themselves in that level when it comes to the table. But if there's any country in Africa, more often than not, it's either Nigeria or Egypt. So we show you the 2023 World Championship where Iwuanyanwu Quadri unfortunately lost out to 4-3 after getting 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, And the decider, he lost that. Enjoy this highlight. Interesting moment, interesting moment. Still ongoing, the 2023 World Table Tennis Championship in Durban in South Africa. That's the first time an African country will host after 84 years. And that says so much of how competition is important. If you don't host competition, your players will have the opportunity of getting the best out of it. Before we round up the show, what can you say in regards to the future of table tennis in Africa so that there'll be more competition? Because you're still going to let our viewers know there's a man called Malong. He's one of the best. Not number one several times. And in this match we're about to see after we conclude for the show, it's one of the most exciting and interesting table tennis encounter in the game. So what do you think Africans should do? Because it's just about Nigeria and Egypt.
Yeah, for me, we are the right track now, seeing what the federation is doing with table tennis, and also what some individuals are also doing. It has been a lot of collective effort with good resources, trying their best to see how we can grow up and catch a lot of young ones, get them ready for this game, for this sport. So for me, we have a bright future, seeing younger ones in this game who also want to be like Aruna and the rest of them, Kazim and all that. And like what I watched Kazim did last week, Saturday, getting a lot of children, trying his best to make sure that they educate them about the sports and teach them, to be interested in the game, So I see a lot of future, but at the same time, we need government effort to really support these players, support the game as well, so that we can maintain a good stage in Africa.
Yes, thank you very much. Iwuanyanwu, thank you for your objectivity, your analysis, and your opinions on this subject. And I'm sure that a lot of viewers out there agree with some of your points. And you're going to be our guest, throughout this World Championship and throughout the Under-20, so that your expert opinion on this subject will be analyzed and taken properly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Iwuanyanwu. Iwuanyanwu is an expert when it comes to scouting. He's been to Indonesia. He's been to several places when it comes to sport in the world. The World Championship started on May 20th and is going to end May 27th. That's the 2023 World Championship. I don't know, Kodri is out, Matitai was out. A lot of Nigerians are out because it's a World Championship and it's going to be tough as it gets. And let's not forget that the attention when it comes to table tennis has been shifted to the World Contender Series that's going to take place in Lagos next month. And that's where you're going to see a lot of all these stars coming to Lagos. And don't forget, Plus Sports, where our sport decks will definitely give you the updates on the World Contender Series Table Tennis Championship that is going to take place at the Indoor Sport Hall of the Molade Okoya of the Telsin Balogun Stadium, Surulere in Lagos. Always trust us to give you the updates on what's going on in the world of sport, both locally and internationally. And that's why I'm going to draw the curtain for today's segment, today's program. Same time next week, we'll be giving you all what you need to know in the world of sport. But I'm going to leave you with an encounter, an interesting table tennis between Malong, world number one. When a player is world number one in table tennis, it means a lot, and it means that in everything he has done in World Championship, he has defeated a lot of people, and nobody takes that than Malong. And we are going to watch this exciting moment where Malong has done so well at the ongoing 2023 Durban Championship going on in South Africa. From me to the rest of us in the studio, enjoy the rest of the day, and bye for now.